Wait for that f***ing truck to pass, New York City, goddammit. Hello and welcome to Cocktails for the People. I'm WIL PETRE and I hope you're thirsty because today we're going to slip into the cocktail tied to this big, beautiful behemoth of a city, the Manhattan. It is safe to assume that the Manhattan was created in the New York City borough with its namesake sometime in the later half of the 19th century. Lots of arguments over ownership over the cocktail, which may or may not be interesting. But what is interesting to know is that the ingredients of the Manhattan can be traced all over the world. Quite fitting when you think about what makes New York City so great. So come along with me for a historical dive into the complex details that make an elegantly simple drink. For the Manhattan, you will need rye, sweet vermouth, Angostura Bitters, and maraschino cherries. Rye. Rye is an American style of whiskey for sure, coming from the Monongahela Valley south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The art of whiskey distilling comes from Ireland and Scotland, and the science of distilling itself comes from Alexandria, Egypt around the 1st century AD. You can make Manhattans with any type of whiskey. I got some sweet tooth pals that prefer bourbon. My grandmother loves her Canadian Club. But back in the late 1800s when this cocktail was created, rye was definitely the whiskey of choice for most New Yorkers. Sweet vermouth. Sweet vermouth, an aromatized fortified wine, was likely created about 500 years ago in Renaissance Italy, although there are some documents to suggest that Socrates created a medicinal wormwood wine back in ancient Greece. If you want to roll things back even further, the earliest evidence of winemaking comes from the Caucasus in Western Asia, and the earliest evidence of fermented alcohol period comes from China, a very long time ago. Angostura Bitters. Angostura Bitters were created in Venezuela by a German doctor to cure malaria and other maladies. Today, House Angostura produces its ubiquitous bitters out of Trinidad, and they base them on gentian rather than the eponymous bark. Eponymous? Fancy college word. And maraschino cherries. Originating in Croatia, the original maraschino cherries were marasca cherries soaked in a maraschino liqueur. Today, Luxardo, with its long history in the cherry game, are standard bearers. Those fake neon red cherries need not apply. Oh, fun fact. The reason why those science lab bright red maraschino cherries exist in the first place is because of prohibition. So back when the US government passed the 18th Amendment to the Constitution, they outlawed the production, sale, and transport of alcoholic beverages, though surprisingly not the consumption. Speakeasies popped up, true maraschino cherries were illegal to import, and so some very clever folks created an alcohol-free cherry garnish substitute that gained enough popularity to still be around today. Let's make this drink. Your tools. You will need a mixing glass, tin, or a wide-brimmed pint glass, a cocktail spoon, and a jigger. The Manhattan is going to be served in a coupe. With your jigger, measure out 2 ounces of rye, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters. Fill your mixing glass with ice, and with your bar spoon, stir for 20 or 30 seconds. And garnish with a beautiful maraschino cherry. And there you have it, the Manhattan. Oh yeah, that's the one. With ingredients from all over the world, just like the Big Apple itself, the Manhattan proves that diversity is the key to greatness. Oh wait, one more fun fact. The only indigenous thing about the Manhattan is its name. From the Lenape people whose land this city is built on, we get the name Mannahatta, which either means the land of many hills or the place where there is wood that is good for bows. The Lenape are the past, present, and future keepers of this land, and I will raise this cocktail to them. Thank you so much for tuning into Cocktails for the People, and we can't wait to see you next time. Cheers. I love every movie where the bartender is just polishing glasses before a customer walks in. Like that's all we do. We just polish glasses. Okay.